When you order a voiceover, do you want raw audio or processed audio? Maybe a better question would be, when should you request raw audio versus processed audio? Coming up next in this video. Hi, my name is Brian Pulowski. I'm a professional voiceover artist for national brands, specializing in the Southern California beach and relaxed lifestyle sound. Let's start off with what audio processing is, what audio production is for voiceover. To start off with, there's not a lot to it. It's changing the audio to make it sound better for clarity and understanding. Now, with dialogue and voiceover, there's really only three main things that happen to audio in audio production or audio processing. That's going to be noise suppression, which is going to be quieting down the room environment, EQing, which is going to be adjusting the frequencies of the audio wave, and compression, which is going to be basically taking the loudest parts of the audio and squishing them down so that everything is nice and even. So what specifically happens and why do you want to process audio? Well, if your voiceover talent is recording in kind of a loud environment, maybe they record at home and there's a lawnmower outside, or their dog's barking inside, or they have a really loud computer fan, whatever the case is, noise suppression can help with that. The problem with noise suppression is it's going to be taking out certain parts of the sound, certain parts of the frequency, and that could affect the dialogue or the voice. The next thing would be EQing. So audio has frequencies. There's bass frequencies, which you might be familiar with certain types of music. There's higher frequencies that, maybe only dogs can hear. But our human voice has a wide range of frequencies that we speak in. And adjusting those frequencies could make the voice sound better, because some frequencies, when you turn them up, makes it sound better. Whereas when you turn down certain frequencies, that's going to make the voice also sound better. But it's kind of touchy. You really have to know what you're doing. The next thing that would happen to voice processing, audio processing, is compression. Now, compression is taking, in the easiest terms of expression, it's taking the loudest parts of the audio signal and squishing them down so that everything is nice and easy. That's going to help the dialogue, because it's going to make everything sound clear. It's going to take certain sounds in words and make them more intelligible. Now, when you receive raw audio, none of that is happening. There is no processing that is happening on the raw audio. Now, some microphones have little switches on them to do certain functions of audio processing as it's being recorded. Once it gets into the computer, the voiceover talent, they can edit the audio to process it in different ways. Now, raw audio has none of that. Ideally, if you want raw audio, none of the switches on the voiceover talent's microphones are going to do anything to the audio. It goes straight from the the mouth into the microphone, into the recording device, and straight out to you, the client. There's benefits to having raw audio, and there's benefits to having processed audio. If EQ is done correctly and if compression is done correctly, it's going to make the voice sound crisper, more intelligible. It's just overall going to sound better. It's subtle though, and that's the beauty of good audio processing, is it's subtle. You don't really notice a difference unless you listen to both. You would never want to listen to a voiceover and have it just really stand out to you like, wow, there's something unique about that, because it's going to distract from your message that you want in your project that you're ordering from us. Okay, so the question becomes, do you want raw audio or do you want produced audio? Well, it's really going to depend on you and in what situation and circumstances you need the audio for. If you or your producer, editor, whoever works on your team is going to produce the audio yourself, then chances are you're going to want to request the raw audio. So all the magic, all the sparkle, all the everything that you do to the voice is done on your end. So you'll want the raw file from the voiceover talent. However, if you or you don't have an editor, you don't have an engineer, you don't have anyone that's going to be touching the audio, you might want the voiceover talent to produce the audio themselves. I say might because it all depends on if they know what they're doing. If done correctly, it's going to sound amazing. Now, if it's not done correctly, it's going to sound terrible. If you listen right now, my voice is very high on bass. I took the bass frequencies and cranked them up. Now, I know better than that, but I'm just giving you an example of what it could sound like if it was EQ'd incorrectly. Okay, so we are back to normal now. Thank goodness. That sounded like terrible to me. Okay, so do you want raw or do you want processed? It all depends. It all depends on if you're going to touch it or if you trust your voiceover talent. The way to solve that, ask for a sample reading. I say this a lot in my videos, but it's really true. It is definitely something you as the client should be doing. Ask your voiceover talent prior to hiring them for a sample reading of your script. That's going to tell you right away what their voice sounds like, and it's going to let you know if they know what they're doing if they attempt to process their audio themselves. If it sounds great to you, excellent. They know what they're doing, perfect. Even if they just touch it a little bit, it's going to make improvements if they know what they're doing. If you're looking for some more great suggestions on hiring a voiceover talent, I put together a short video. It's a free video that I'm offering to you on the fundamentals of hiring a voiceover talent. If you look in the description below, it's right at the top of the description and it says fundamentals for hiring a voiceover talent. Click on that. It'll take you to my website and get you the free video to check it out. There's 5 hot tips that I'm giving you on hiring a voiceover talent. Super imperative that you do at least these 5. Now in my studio, I deliver both processed and raw audio. I'd say 90% of the time, clients of mine like the processed audio. And that's because I know what I'm doing and I make it sound really good, really clear. It's really subtle. However, there are a couple of my clients that they want the raw audio. They have a professional team that they work with of engineers and they want just my raw audio and they want to make it sound exactly what they need. Without going into the details of it, there are very, very high benefits to getting just the raw audio for music production and laying it with music beds within your project. But if that's not a requirement you have, or you don't really have a team that does that, or you're not even that sure about it, what you're going to get from me when you order is going to be ideal for that. It's going to work perfectly. And in fact, I'm even willing to work with you. I know a whole lot about audio production. I have a college degree in audio and video production. I can help you out with that. I know what frequencies can be notched out to make it sound better and sit within your music bed if needed. You can talk to me about that. I'm just, my main goal is to be there for you. I want to make you and your project shine. I want to make you look good, because if you look good, it makes me look good. If you'd like to give me a shot, if you'd like to see what I can maybe do for your project, reach out to me at brian@brianvoicework.com, or you could follow the description below to that free fundamentals of hiring a voiceover artist. That's going to help you out a lot. Like I said, I'm here for you. I hope to hear from you soon, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.